Now we come to addition and subtraction of decimals. How to add and subtract decimals. If you know how to add, subtraction is more or less the same. First, what do? Convert the unlike decimals to like decimals. Okay, you have learnt it before, how to convert unlike to like. Then line up the decimal vertically according to the place value. Remember, the place value is important. Making sure that the decimal point is one below the other. See that when you place it vertically, place value should be correct and the decimal point should be one below the other. If you remember the word PUP, P-U-P, it means point under point. If you remember that, then you won't make a mistake. Then add or subtract in the case of whole numbers. So just as you added whole numbers, the same method is the same. Place the decimal point in the sum or difference directly below. So an example is given, you come to know 7.2, 12.85 and 196.326. You need to add it. First, what do? Make them all like fractions. After you have made, how do you make it? See the maximum number of decimal places, add the zeros and make it all like fractions, and then write it vertically. Place value, okay, thousandths place, hundredth, then tenth. Then make sure you see the decimal points is one below the other. Okay, this is ones place, hundredths place, thousandths place, and then exactly add the same way as you used to add whole numbers. And make sure you put the point exactly. Okay, in the sum, this is the total, you put it exactly one below the other. Now subtraction is also more or less the same. When 576 minus 276.357, same method, make them like decimals. Okay, by putting, when there is a whole number, remember a whole number always has a point at the end. And after the point, there are zeros. So add, here you can see maximum number of places is 3. So add 3 zeros. And then write it vertically. Place value should be same. And then in subtraction, what do? You borrow. Borrow and subtract accordingly. Now how to multiply decimals or multiplication of decimal numbers. Okay. Points are there. Multiply as you would do with counting numbers. Okay, just as you used to normally multiply, do the same method. Add the decimal places in both the multiplicants. Okay, count the digits from right to left in the product and put the decimal points after the same number of places as in point number 2. For example, 4.961 you multiply it with 2.8. Let us see how to do it. Okay. Write it vertically, multiply, think that there is no decimal point, multiply accordingly. And then, in the end, after you have finished multiplying, then you see how many decimal places does this have. Then, how many places does this have? Add these two. So, here you will find it has 3 decimal places. 1, add both, you get 4. And this, then you shift. A whole number has a point at the end. You shift 4 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is how you multiply decimals. Hi everybody. Today we are going to do division of decimals. Okay, continuation of decimals and division using a whole number. How to divide decimals using a whole number. An example is given here: 7.25 divided by 5. Just assume that the point is not there. Okay, and the same division that you used to do all these years, we're going to continue with that. So just write the number 7.25 divided by 5. Just think that the point is not there, and same division assume. So first you take the first number, 7 will divide 5. 5 will divide 7 one time. Minus it, you get 2. Now usually you bring the next 2 down. But before you bring the 2 down, you see there is a point there. Okay? So what do we do with the point? we shift this point here to the quotient. And then after that, bring the 2 down. Okay, so bring the 2 down. Same division. 5 will divide 22 how many times? 5 4s are 20. Minus it, you get 2. Then you bring the 5 down. And 5 will divide 25 how many times? 5 times. So what is the answer? Answer is equal to 1.45. So just remember, just when you come to the point, before you're going to bring this number down, take this point to the quotient exactly at the end of whichever number is there, you place it there, and then do the normal division. That is the only difference with the other division that you have learned. There's another example. Okay, division using a decimal. Now, when both the numbers have decimals, what are you going to do? Simple. Okay, write it. 7.5 divided by 0.3. Now you know this is the dividend, this is the divisor. So try and make the divisor a whole number. How? Last time we had learned by shifting. Okay, when you shift this to your right hand side, one place, you shift here also. So what does it become? 75 divided by 3. And then simple division, 75 divided by 3. 3 will divide 7, 3 2s are 6. Minus it, you get 1. Bring the 5 down. And 3 will divide 5 times. 3 5s are 15. Get 0. So what is the answer? 25. So this is how you divide a decimal. Okay.